Hey mamas. Every once in a while, someone asks me a question that makes me take pause and realize if one person's asking it, another is probably wondering the same thing. The question was, do you think divorce is a spiritual experience? Well, that was a loaded one. I certainly think divorce is a lot of things. At first, I tried to assess what the person asking me wanted to hear, but I quickly let go of that, and I answered from my heart and from my experience, both as a mother who walked through a highly contentious divorce with a toddler in tow, and as a fierce mama bear divorce coach who walks beside other mothers doing the same. Needless to say, it's a question with lots of moving pieces and parts. It's not a cookie-cutter answer, and neither will be your experience of divorce. When I speak of spiritual, I'm not referring to religion or doctrine. I'm talking about transformation, healing, and becoming. It's quieter, calmer, clearer, more grounded. It's intuitive and trusting. Spiritual can mean a lot of things, but one thing I know is that no matter what we face in this human life, we can choose how to navigate and show up. We can find our way through the messiness. We can write what comes next. We can rise from the ashes. I did, and I see it with the women I coach every day. It's what I want to talk to you about today. I'm calling this conversation Divorce and Spirituality. Hi there, mamas. Welcome to the Intuitive Divorce Podcast. I'm Kristen Noel, certified divorce coach and creator of the Best Self Intuitive Divorce, a game-changing program that transforms the experience and outcomes of divorce, one mother at a time. I call it Divorcing Differently. I'm here each week bringing you a quick message to support, inspire, and empower you to achieve the outcomes you want for yourself and your kids. So let's dive into today's episode. I was recently asked in an interview if I thought that divorce was a spiritual experience. I don't know if I'd call it a spiritual experience, but I would call it a healing one. And healing brings forth transformation, peace, and ease. So I guess there is something spiritual about it. Then, of course, the word intuitive elicits its own connotations, like it's woo-woo or something. First off, who couldn't use a little woo? Especially when in a divorce, when you feel raw, overwhelmed, cracked open, and afraid. People are always curious about intuition, which is a God-given gift we all possess, though rarely take advantage of or know how to access. Intuition isn't something someone else can give you. They can only help you reconnect or reactivate it. It's there. It never left you. You left it. Your intuition is your voice, your gut, your internal GPS. It won't be denied, and it won't tell you what you want to hear. It will tell you what is true. Would you recognize its voice if you heard it? It's not difficult to see how we've disconnected from it. From the earliest ages, we're taught to get in line and to defer to the opinions and expectations of others, so much so that we become accustomed to accommodating and considering them even before our own, from our family of origin, friends, and our spouse. This is where we develop our own coping mechanisms like people-pleasing, putting on a happy face, pretending we don't have needs, trying to fix and control what isn't ours to fix and control, staying in perpetual motion, trying to accommodate the requests and agendas of everyone else. We live in an extremely busy, noisy, productivity-oriented world that's constantly on the go, telling us to do more, acquire more, want more. And this insatiable quest has us spinning in circles and forgetting that what we really need is calm and clarity so that we can come to our own conclusions and trust our decisions, the exact skills that will serve you in a divorce. We lose ourselves in busyness as a means of deflection. We tell ourselves that we have to and that we should show up for all of this, and yet it's really code for denial and disconnection. Connecting to your intuition is an internal job, not an external one. Not listening to your gut is likely one of the biggest contributors to landing here in a divorce in the first place. Am I right? The vast majority of women I coach inevitably get to the other side of their divorce and look back recognizing where they abandoned their voices. Many even say things like, I knew 2 weeks before my wedding that I was making a mistake. I was one of them. The reasoning I gave myself isn't really the point. The point is that I talked myself into carrying on against my better judgment, against my intuition that was jumping up and down trying to get my attention. At that point in my life, I didn't know how to listen to her, let alone trust her. But I do now. And let me tell you that there is no greater gift to self. There is no greater gift to your divorce, and no greater gift to all whom you love most dearly. Because when you show up aligned with the core of who you are, you will forever move through life a transformed woman. You will be able to show up for life's adversity in such a different way. You will no longer drag yourself through the coals. And in your divorce, you'll be able to guide your team with calm resolve. You'll be able to show up for the big decisions, the tough conversations, and the triggering exchanges with calm resolve. You'll be able to model healthy behavior for your children. You'll be able to create the life you want ahead. So at the end of the day, back to my original question, is divorce a spiritual experience? I guess I'd say yes. When you align with your best self and apply that to all that you do, life never looks and feels the same way again. We often mistake being spiritual as utopia, when the moon, the stars, and the planets align. But I don't think that's what it's really all about. I think spirituality is a journey. It's messy. It's not about rainbows and unicorns, but about inner peace and contentment, which aren't a la carte items on a dinner menu. First, you have to be willing to peel back the layers and take a peek. Where have you lost pieces and parts of yourself? Where did your voice go? What have you forgotten about yourself? More importantly, what are you ready to reclaim? Divorce is hard. Don't let anyone tell you differently. It will shake, rattle, and roll you, but it is also your opportunity to review, awaken, and remember who you are and where you want to go. You don't have to know how to do it. You just need to recognize that you want to. There's a better path to a better divorce, and it includes you and your intuition. In fact, a better divorce is up to you. The mothers in our group coaching program who are doing that are divorcing smarter, healing faster, protecting their kids and reclaiming their lives, while saving time, money, and heartache. Yeah, that's spiritual in my book. Thanks for listening to today's episode, but more importantly, for making this time for yourself. If you're a professional, independent mother facing off with divorce, struggling with your emotions, worried about your kids and your future, and want a better way to navigate it all, I've got 2 ways to completely change the trajectory of your divorce and your life starting today. The first is our free divorce workshop. In this training, you'll learn the 3 steps to get off the emotional roller coaster and take control of your divorce so you can save time, money, and heartache for you and your family. Simply go to intuitivedivorce.com/workshop. And the second way is to book a free strategy call with our team, where we'll dive into your situation, your struggles, what you really want, and outline a path to get you there. For a short video and the booking link, go to intuitivedivorce.com/call. Check it out, and I'll see you inside. Now I have a favor to ask you, Mama. If you enjoyed this conversation and were inspired in your own divorce, please subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss future juicy talks. And I'd be so grateful if you'd leave a review so together we can help other mamas walking in the same shoes.